Assemblymen are battling over secret budgets that are used as powerful behind-the-scenes tools in Sacramento. Tony Valdez is here with today's mudslinging. Tony.
Carlos, if you want to know how members of the Assembly and the Senate spend the money that taxpayers give them to run their offices and do the state's business, you might get some information about salaries, but you can't find anything else because it's a secret, and it's very illegal for them to do that. As Assembly Speaker John Pettis was visiting Boyle Heights today, his fellow Assemblyman and fellow Democrat Anthony Portantino of La Cañada Flintridge was pushing H.R. 20, a bill that would require Assembly members to tell taxpayers how their office spends their money. Portantino says Pettis secretly gives bigger operating budgets to his political friends in the Assembly.
The Assembly and the Senate make their own rules for what they need to disclose, and then they're the ones who decide what they need to disclose. So this is really a case of the fox guarding the hen house, and is really a case of a misnomer legislation, calling it an Open Records Act.
Fox 11 reporter Tricia Takasugi tried to get a response to H.R. 20.
Are you for it? Are you against it? Why?
It was just introduced this week.
Pettis spent 13 seconds saying he didn't know the specifics.
The concept of it.
So the concept, I think, is an interesting one. We've all committed ourselves to this notion of increasing transparency. I've created a task force this past week to move forward on that basis.
I think this idea that Speaker Perez has put forward of a task force is really a way to try and make the story go away. To say, we'll look at the rules, we'll look at the procedures, I think hoping that the calls for more information will die down.
Tricia wasn't going to let the Speaker get away without talking about Portantino.
You want the right to cut his budget? Anybody's budget.
I haven't cut his budget. I haven't cut anybody's budget. I'm not looking to cut anybody's budget. His budget wasn't cut. He overspent.
Professor Levinson believes that what both Assemblymen are really doing is positioning themselves to run for Congress when term limits force them both to leave Sacramento.